If you're serious about shooting, you've got to have a .22 LR pistol. Aside from being the most fun you can legally have, I checked. .22s are indispensable skill-building tools that will help you master the fundamentals of marksmanship and do it for pennies on the dollar, compared to ripping off centerfire rounds all day at the range. .22 LR pistols can run the gamut from dedicated target and hunting rigs to purpose-built trainers that closely replicate the feel and function of larger and more powerful handguns. Whatever kind you are after, I'm here to tell you about the best .22 LR pistols available in 2024. Number 7. Walther P322Q. One of the most popular rimfire pistols on the market, and one that has been with us for over 2 decades, Walther's ubiquitous P322 has been overhauled with better ergonomics and rechristened the P322Q. This tiny tactical .22 has a capacity of 10 rounds and weighs just 16 ounces unloaded. Double action, single action operation, complete with a manual safety on the slide, makes it an adaptable trainer for similar polymer-framed handguns. The magazine release, though, is still a twin-lever arrangement built into the rearmost part of the trigger guard. That's something that might throw off some shooters. Revised slide serrations, improved grip texture, and interchangeable back straps enhance shooter comfort and make this dynamic rimfire more adaptable to different shooters. Accuracy is good, thanks to a fixed 3.5-inch barrel, but the only downsides with the P322 are its somewhat fiddly disassembly procedure and extremely heavy double-action trigger. That might only be a practical concern for folks who are plinking or shooting it in single-action mode, but it's something to be aware of if you want to carry it hammered down with the safety on. Ideal for a variety of shooting tasks, from plinking and target shooting to pest control and even self-defense, Walther's P322Q is showing no signs of slowing down. MSRP is $299. Number 6. Sig P322. This fully featured tactical trainer from Sig is another great all-around .22 LR, but one that is especially great as a companion to a Sig P365 or P320. The P322 boasts best-in-class capacity at 20+1 thanks to its unique double-stack magazines. Although it looks like a striker-fired gun, it's actually a hammer-fired SAO. The hammer is concealed inside the frame. A manual safety at the rear keeps things safe when you have a round in the chamber, as does a long trigger pull. The P322 is also ready to accept a light or laser, a suppressor with the use of a barrel adapter, and an optic of your choice by removing the oversized plate at the rear of the slide, which also houses the rear fiber optic sights. The trigger shoe itself is also interchangeable, and owners can choose between a curved and flat model. The slide release and safety are ambidextrous, and the magazine release is reversible for lefties. Weighing just 17 ounces unloaded, it's lighter than it looks, compared to the standard P365, which it closely resembles. The P322 is significantly bigger in overall dimensions. This is one of the best .22s currently on the market, and I found them to be extremely reliable and insensitive to load choice. If you are already heavily invested in SIG, this is a sure pick. Get your own for $410 from most dealers. Number 5. Beretta 21A Bobcat. One of the oldest and still one of the coolest .22 pistols on our list is the Beretta 21A Bobcat. A true pocket gun, it has a tiny 2.4-inch barrel, overall length of under 5 inches, height of 3 3/4 inches, and a width of just a hair over 1 inch. This really is a gun that you can keep anywhere. The slim, single-stack magazines carry 7 rounds, and you can easily top off for a total of 8 by tipping up the barrel. That's right, you can pop a round directly in the chamber or effortlessly clear the gun safely by thumbing forward a lever on the left side of the frame that will release the spring-loaded latch holding the barrel in battery. Although nominally a DASA gun, the lack of decocker and the inclusion of a manual safety that allows the pistol to be carried safely cocked and locked means that most folks will carry these guns in single action mode. The single-action trigger is surprisingly short and crisp, weighing right at 4.5 pounds according to my gauge. The double-action pull, sadly, is considerably heavier, right at 11 pounds. The front and rear sights together form little more than small protuberances on the top of the pistol and are very difficult to pick up at speed and in anything other than perfect lighting conditions. But let's get real. This is a pistol designed for very close and desperate self-defense. But even if you have another carry gun in mind, these things are just downright cool. Like most Beretta guns, these all-metal micro masterpieces do command a premium price. MSRP is $649, but you can usually find them in dealership showcases for around $525. We've got 4 more 22s to look at in this video. But before we move on to the next one, do me a favor and take 2 seconds to hit like, subscribe, and the notification bell. That way, you won't miss out on any of our videos. And those 3 little clicks help us more than you know. Thanks a bunch! Now, let's get back to the guns. Number 4. Glock 44. A surefire win for Glock fans, the Glock 44 is the company's first main in-house rimfire pistol. Plenty of other manufacturers have made Glock look-alike 22s, and some even built their fortunes on Glock 22 conversion kits for their centerfire guns. But it took a long time for us to get genuine Glock rimfire perfection in the form of the Model 44. This 12.5-ounce pistol is nearly identical in all regards to the Glock 19, though the slide, sights, and barrel lockup are all different from its larger cousin. Notably, the slide is made partially of polymer and steel, with the upper surfaces or superstructure being high-strength polymer, with the lower bearing surfaces being a steel insert. Considering the shape of the frame, trigger, and controls are all identical to larger Glocks, this is the ideal trainer or plinker to complete your collection. Magazine capacity is just 10 rounds, a bit disappointing considering the size of the gun, and the loaded weight is a featherly 6.5 ounces. Glock has priced the G44 to move at just $360 retail. Number 3. FN502 Tactical. A feature-packed tactical 22 and the first 22 from the eponymous company, the FN502 Tactical is an awesome choice for maximizing the performance of a rimfire pistol or serving as a trainer for FN's centerfire offerings. A single-action gun with full-time ambidextrous controls, including mag release, slide release, and safety, the 502 Tactical is ready to accept an optic directly to the slide, a suppressor thanks to a threaded barrel, and any lights, lasers, or other accessories you want on a dust-covered Picatinny rail. Designed from the ground up for suppressor usage, the iron sights are tall enough to clear nearly any can on the market. However, it is a bit sad you'll lose the rear sight if you remove the mounting plate that covers the screw holes for your optic. Also notable is that this is one of the higher capacity 22s on the market and can make use of 15-shot double-stack mags. A heavily textured polymer grip will keep the light-kicking gun secure in your hands in all weather conditions, whether or not you have gloves on. MSRP on the FN502 Tactical is $559. Number 2. Ruger Mark IV 2245 Light. Ruger's world-conquering lineup of rimfires continues to dominate in the current year. With excellent ergonomics and a control layout to match, the adaptable, customizable, and accurate 2245 Light can truly do it all, from target shooting and small game hunting to self-defense. Customizing your own is a hobby unto itself. The fixed barrel and skeletonized upper receiver are now easily accessible for maintenance, thanks to the push-button disassembly latch added in all Mark IV series guns. Never again will shooters have to struggle with that awful latch built into the backstrap on earlier versions. Barrel length, finishes, and other options vary depending on which of the dozen or so models you choose, but all of them are 10-shot guns that have a manual safety. All are also threaded 1/2 by 28 to accept a silencer or other muzzle device of your choice. If you're unsure of what you want or you just want a 22 pistol that can truly do everything, look no further than the Mark IV 2245 Light. Depending on the variant, these will run you anywhere from $525 to the high $600 range. Number 1. Taurus TX22 Competition. A true competition 22 at an unbelievable price, the newly revived Taurus is proving that they aren't messing around in any sector of firearms manufacturing with their TX22 competition model. This full-size polymer pistol has a 5-inch barrel and an overall length of just under 8 1/4 inches. Weighing 23 ounces unloaded, it is still light and lively in the hands, and a 16-shot double-stack mag gives it impressive capacity. The barrel is threaded for a silencer or other muzzle device, and a compensator is included. And the integral optics mount has 4 different solutions for mounting different optics. All the controls are properly located and easy to access, with the safety being ambidextrous for righties or lefties. The slide is radically relieved over the barrel, making it look a little bit like a Beretta at first glance. This reduced reciprocating mass helps keep the muzzle on target and makes a TX22 competition a truly smooth and pleasurable handgun to shoot. The light, crisp 4-pound trigger makes burning out the bullseye a breeze. Perhaps the only downside: the price. Street prices are around $540, which is a tad stiff for a Taurus in my opinion. On the other hand, it includes 3 16-round magazines and the compensator in the bargain. Price notwithstanding, there's no denying this is a remarkably capable 22 pistol. And that about covers it for the best 22 LR pistols you can get today. From tiny self-defense guns to rimfire trainers and even dedicated competition models, there's never been a better time to go shopping for a new 22. Let me know what your preferences are in 22 pistols. Do you want a tiny pocket pistol for self-defense, or do you prefer something larger you can use as a trainer and target gun? Let me know in the comments. And don't forget to hit like and subscribe before you run. That's all I've got for you today, but I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Take care.